You're listening to episode 52
of This Thing of Ours podcast.
Every morning I wake up and I'm just like, what am I going to have for breakfast? Do you feel that way?
Yeah, I mean, I do. I mean, I do that for every meal, to be honest. But I feel like breakfast feels like more of a struggle.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like there's less to eat for breakfast.
Yeah. Like, what do you guys have for breakfast? This morning we made eggs and toast. But like, I feel like we eat that all the time.
Yep.
And like when we go out to breakfast, which we do not, but when we used to go out for breakfast, I kind of eat the same thing. Like I go there, okay, what can I eat? Oh, there's waffles, there's a fruit bowl, there's eggs, there's toast.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's just the same thing.
Yeah.
You know, like, so like, that's why I don't go out for breakfast anymore. I'm like, I have this at home, so I'm just going to make it at home.
Yeah. And that's the thing, right? I feel like eating out for breakfast, it almost feels like it's nothing special. Whereas if you go out for dinner, right, you can get like a nice steak, seasoned, marinated, things that we don't normally have at home on a regular, right? Like even like the chicken, it's a different recipe that you don't normally have at home, right? It's actually something different. Whereas breakfast is just like scrambled eggs, over easy eggs, toast with peanut butter.
How do you like your eggs?
I personally prefer omelets, right? I know we don't have them often. I used to make them more often than I have been. But yeah, I usually like making omelets with cut up like vegetables and a little bit of meat in it. Yeah, I don't know. That is my favorite type of meal with eggs. You?
Just simple scrambled eggs. Those are my favorite. I'm so simple, honestly. Yeah. The one type of egg though that I cannot stand seeing is those sunny side up eggs.
Yeah,
the ones where you have to like
dip the toast in.
Like I don't know why.
You got her gagging out here. See, I actually like that. You pop it and then it starts dripping. And then you dip your toast and you got the yellow yolk on the toast and it
that is so no, that is so gross to me. I cannot stand those. Like when I used to work in the kitchen at an old folks home, a lot of old folks would be like, oh, I want sunny side up, please. And I'd be like, sunny side up? I have never heard that before. Huh?
You go tell someone else, you got to serve this person.
No, that's the first time I've ever heard of sunny side up. And I was like, what's sunny side up? So whatever. I went to go tell the chef. And he was like, oh, that's just like, you just don't cook the yolk. And I was like, what? Yeah,
but sunny side up is different though. Sunny side up, you literally do not even flip it, right? So you still have that. Sunny side up is actually very gross. I do not like sunny side up.
There's two of them like that. There's one that you just pop in the water and like,
oh yeah,
it, like, that's still looks yolky. And then there's the other one that is like sunny side up, where you just leave it on one side and it creates like that pouch.
But yeah, and that's the thing with sunny side up, you still have like the gel, like the nasty slimy stuff on top. Whereas like when I do it and I still have the yolk, at least it's over easy, right? So you flip it once and cook it very short time just to kind of get rid of that slimy stuff, but the yolk is still
I don't want liquid. Nothing running from my eggs, okay? I want my eggs well done.
Yeah, I think you were talking about like poached eggs.
Yeah.
No, I guess poached is a little bit different. Poached is...
It doesn't matter. Listen, I don't want to see nothing running from my eggs, okay? I want everything cooked. Yeah. I guess because I had a bad experience. Okay. So back in the day when we were in university, I went to one of the breakfast places inside of the university. And I was like, I just want a breakfast sandwich. So they gave me one. And you guys, I got gastro after eating the egg. And I said to myself, never again. Because when I bit into it, I was like, The egg wasn't totally running, but it looked like it needed to be cooked a little bit more. And I was like, you know what? Some people eat raw eggs, so this must be fine.
Yeah.
And then after that, I was sick for the rest of the day. Like, I had to go home. And after that, I was like, I'm never, ever eating this ever again. This is so gross.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how you got sick off that, to be honest.
I have such a weak stomach.
Yeah.
But, like, I don't know. Like, for breakfast, I'm so, like, bored because it's I don't like to eat cold things. And I don't like eating cereal.
Yeah.
Cereal is my least favorite thing for breakfast.
See, I don't mind cereal, but you'll notice that I always try to put some fruit in it. I'll cut up some strawberries or I'll put some blueberries in it, even raspberries sometimes. I'm not a huge fan of just plain cereal, right? And I'm not like a huge fan of like the fancy like chocolate cereal, Fruit Loops. Like, yeah, I'll eat it. Like, it's fine. It does taste good. But I prefer like just a plain type cereal, like Frosted Flakes or Rice Krispies.
When you say plain, do you mean like Corn Flakes or Frosted Flakes?
Corn Flakes are fine too, as long as you have fruit in them, right? But personally, I think my favorite cereal is Mini Wheats. Mini Wheats with some blueberries or some strawberries. It's on point.
Okay, so for breakfast though, if I had to choose maybe having the same thing every morning, it'd probably be fruits.
Yeah.
Because I like fruits. Fruits are my favorite. Definitely the berries. I love berry fruits.
Yeah.
Strawberries, blueberries, blackberries.
You know what's funny though? Like when I was growing up, right, my mom would always say that I was like a fruit head, basically. Like that's all I would eat. Like we'd have like at like family gatherings, whatever, we'd have like the trays, right? And there'd be like dessert trays, there'd be different types of trays, and then there'd be a fruit tray. And for some reason, even as a kid, I would always go for the fruit. Yeah, always. I don't know why. And then my brother was the one that went for all the snacks and the bad stuff.
I feel like I'm a mixture of both.
Yeah, somehow though, my brother, every time I went to the dentist, no cavities. No cavities. And every single time I went to the dentist, cavity. Like, I don't know what it was.
Cavity gene.
Maybe it was all the fruit I was eating, because fruit still got sugar, right?
You know what I really hate having for breakfast? And I don't even buy this anymore. Eggos. I hate Eggos. Eggos is one of those things that like, it's my last resort, because if I have 2 Eggos, I'm hungry like literally in a half an hour. There's no filling to it.
What was that show we were watching?
Oh, it was I think it was Fresh Prince.
No. It was the high school show.
What high school show? Oh, it was Gossip Girl.
Yeah. The guy runs out.
It was
pops
Dan.
Pops one Eggo in the thing and grabs it and runs. I was like, ooh, he's gonna be hungry later.
If you have Eggos for breakfast, I need to know, is that all you're eating, or do you have something else with Eggos?
Yeah.
There's no filling to Eggos.
I know.
Like, it doesn't even do anything for me. Like, my stomach's growling right after. So, and like, I've tried the gluten-free Eggos because those are thicker, and it doesn't taste the same as regular Eggos.
Yeah.
And I don't like them because I feel like they're too like I guess sugary.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I don't know. It doesn't taste the same. So I don't really like it.
I mean, I don't mind them. They're quick and easy, but yeah, you're right. Like you're hungry later. They're not filling.
I need some breakfast ideas, guys.
Yeah, like what do you guys actually eat for breakfast, or what is your favorite meal for breakfast?
My dad doesn't actually have like breakfast, like the whole idea of what society tells us we should have for breakfast, like toast, eggs, cereal. He actually has like meals.
Yeah, I know. I've seen him have like different things for breakfast. Like he'll have like wraps and different things, and yeah, I don't know. Is it just a standard that we've kind of become accustomed to based on marketing, or like, I don't know what it is.
I think so.
We've been told that this is what we're supposed to eat for breakfast, and that's that. And we've just gotten used to that.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's like, when I'm like, oh, what should I have for breakfast? Oh, I look in the kitchen. I know I had some good leftovers from supper. I'm like, I can't eat this. It's morning time.
Yeah. Yeah, that's for supper. That's for dinner.
Yeah. And it feels weird. And it even like looks weird when I see other people having like technically lunch stuff and supper stuff for breakfast. Yeah. Like, it doesn't sit right with me. I'm just like, that's not breakfast.
Yeah. You know, I've actually heard though years ago, I don't know who told me this or where I heard this, but apparently some European countries, they actually are like opposite of us.
What do you
mean? They'll eat their largest meal in the morning, and then a little bit smaller meal, like a medium size for lunch, and then a very small meal for dinner. Because you burn your most calories throughout the day, right? So why would you eat your biggest meal at night? It makes sense.
Yeah, it does actually.
Yeah, like why would you do that? But that's what we do.
When I went grocery shopping the other day, I picked up eggs, picked up toast, but I was mostly there because I was like, okay, what can I have? One, to bring to work with me to make my lunch, because I don't like to buy lunch. And I was like, okay, what can I have for breakfast? Because, you know, I personally feel like when I have breakfast, I have a really good start to my day. Definitely when it's something that is warm. Like I always try to have like a warm tea or a warm coffee. If that's all I have, then I'd be content. Yeah. You know, in the morning. But I have to have something warm in me to complete that morning.
Yeah, I gotta have coffee. Coffee is the lifeblood of the morning. Gotta have the coffee.
Yeah, so like I picked up eggs, I picked up toast, I picked up some pop. Speaking of pop,
okay,
can you tell the difference between Pepsi and pop?
Pepsi and pop?
Oh, Pepsi and Coke.
I mean, yes, I think I can. I personally think I can, because growing up, my family always drank Pepsi.
Pepsi, right? Or Coke?
Pepsi.
Oh, you're sure you're a Pepsi family.
We were. But somewhere along the line, I don't know what happened. I started drinking Coke, and that's just my go-to now. I don't know why. I don't know why, but sometimes I'll still buy Pepsi, but I don't really buy like the normal Pepsi.
What do you buy?
The throwback one with the real cane sugar. That one I actually really like.
I thought that was Coke.
Nope. That one's Pepsi.
Okay.
Yeah, it's Pepsi throwback.
And we're talking about Coca-Cola, hey? Coca-Cola.
Yes.
Not Coke. Yes. Just gotta put that out there.
I'm pretty sure they got that when we talked about
Well, you never know. Sometimes like even when I'm listening to podcasts or if I'm watching a vlog, I kind of like skim through, and next thing you know, I hear like a random word. I'm like, what? And I'll like have to rewind to hear what they're actually talking about. Yeah. So,
but yeah, no, I don't know. I think I have gotten used to drinking Coke now, and that is just my go-to. So I have a lot of experience drinking Pepsi.
You've experienced.
Yes, I have experience. Yes.
Okay. So like when I'm think of pop, my go-to is like Sprite and 7-Up. Yeah. And I don't know which one they have at like restaurants. I feel like every single time I like, oh, can I have a Sprite? They're like, oh, we don't have Sprite. We have 7-Up. I'm like, what's the difference? So like, can you taste the difference between Sprite? Sorry, not Sprite, but like Coca-Cola and Pepsi.
Yeah, I think I can. But before, like, you just said you don't know the difference.
No, I don't.
But why do you always ask me, like, if I say, okay, I'm gonna buy pop today, oh, can you get me some Sprite? Why do you say Sprite instead of 7-Up?
I don't know, but I can't taste the difference. So like when I go into the store, I don't know, maybe because I like the word Sprite. Maybe. I don't know who owns Sprite. Is it Pepsi or Coca-Cola?
I'm pretty sure it's Coca-Cola that owns Sprite. 7-Up, I'm pretty sure is Pepsi.
Can you guys taste the difference between Sprite and 7-Up? Because like it has to be the same for me, because I'm just like, okay, sure, whatever, it's the same thing. And I really don't taste a difference. But can you taste the difference?
Yeah, like they're very similar. I don't think it really and truly matters because they are very much alike. But I can tell the difference.
So if I blindfold you right now and I give you a Sprite or a Coca-Cola or even a name, what is it called again?
Like an off-brand one?
A knockoff brand, sure, of Coca-Cola. Can you be able to tell the difference between all three?
I think I can.
Oh, yeah? All right, guys. Well, guess what? We're going back on the game show. And welcome back to this Thing of Ours podcast.
Where we talk about all of life's highs and lows.
And everything in between. You guys, I got something planned. We're going to blindfold Kurtis.
Oh, we're actually doing this.
We're going to do this. I'm going to blindfold you. And I have Pepsi, Coca-Cola, and a knockoff brand.
Okay, let's do it.
I want you to be able to tell me what is the difference. So what I did was I actually bought like the mini cans because I was like, this would be a really great idea for the podcast.
Okay.
So I'm curious to see how good or how much experience you have.
Let's do it.
All right.
Let's do it.
Okay, guys. Talk to the folks while I go get the stuff set up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know. I do think I can tell the difference. I don't know. It's
you want to put this over your head?
I'm a little nervous because I sound so confident, but now I'm nervous.
But you have all this experience.
There, I can't see nothing.
Can't see anything. How many fingers am I holding up?
I actually can't see.
Are your eyes closed too?
My eyes are closed too because it's really tight here. Mm-hmm. So if I try to open my eye, I feel like it's gonna like touch my eyeball. So no, my eyes are closed.
How many fingers am I holding up though?
I don't even know where your fingers are.
It doesn't matter where my fingers are.
Well, exactly. So
how many fingers am I holding up?
2.
Okay, you can't see. You better not be able to see, Kurtis, because this is a good experiment.
I really hope I don't spill any of this on me today. I just put these clothes on.
And don't spill in these chairs. So this is something new. We have a new setup. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for returning.
While I sit here in a blindfold.
If you are a returning subscriber, you know that the background is different. We actually got high chairs. And
bar stools, high chairs. We're children now?
Oh, it kind of feels like it. Sorry, we got bar stools. Okay, we got bar stools, and we got them from Home Sense. They're a little bit too tall for a counter, so we are going to return these. But we thought, why not, use it for the podcast for a bit.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, we got to return them. I like these a lot because you can do a 360 in these. Like, I love them. They're comfy. And I like the color. It goes well in the house. It opens it up. And Chris is getting aggravated with me because
I'm sitting here in a blindfold and I can't participate in the conversation.
You can. It's just you can't see. That's all.
Anyway.
Okay. Let me just take one last sip of my tea. Okay. So we got the Coca-Cola. We got President's Choice. And we have Pepsi. So they're all about the same size. They are the mini cans. I find they were so cute, the mini cans. That's why I bought them. I think they're adorable. So I'm going to give you the first one.
How many milliliters in those?
I don't know. I'm not going to tell you. Because what if you can feel a little bit of a difference?
Oh my Lord. I can't feel a difference.
It doesn't matter. Okay, so we're going to start with a random one. So I'm going to show you guys which one we're going to start with.
I think I'm going to need to go back and forth. I don't know if I'll be able to tell the difference just off that first sip.
Why? You have experience.
Oh, whatever. Just open them all for now.
Why? Can you hear the difference in how you open it?
No, I've never had the mini cans.
It doesn't matter. But yeah, so I want you to smell it. Maybe that would help.
No.
You can smell?
I don't want to smell it.
You don't want to smell it?
No.
Why?
Because that won't do anything.
You don't know. Can you smell a difference? I don't know if you can smell the difference.
Open it and see if there's a difference.
Stop breathing for a second. And stop breathing. Just take a sip. Okay, oh yeah, let me hold it. Let me give it to you. Okay. Here. Hold it. Okay.
Make sure it's turned towards my mouth.
It is too.
I got it. I can still use my hand.
That was the first one.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Okay, we're on to the second taste. We're on the second can.
Ooh, there definitely is a difference. That's the President's Choice one, I think. Because that one doesn't seem familiar at all.
Okay. All right. So the first one, what do you think the first one was?
The first one was Coke. The second one was President's Choice. The third one was Pepsi.
Wrong. Wow. Okay. So the first one.
Let's do it again. Hold on.
Okay.
I want to know quick. I want to try it again.
You were very confident in those answers.
That's President's Choice. I don't recognize that flavor. Is it?
Are we done with taste testing now?
No. But if I get the answer right, can you at least tell me? Was that President's Choice one?
I'll see at the end.
Please just do it this way. I already lost.
Yes, the first one. Sorry, this one was President's Choice.
Yes,
you got that one right.
I don't recognize that flavor.
What did it taste like? Actually, we'll talk about that at the end. Okay, and take this one.
That's Pepsi.
Yes, you got it right.
I'm burping. Yeah. So yeah, President's Choice, Pepsi, then Coke.
Yep.
Yeah?
Yeah, you can take off your blindfold.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So the reason why I wanted to do this, so when I was walking through the pop aisle, I thought of that commercial there. Is it takeout or is it Delicio? And I was like, I wonder if people can actually tell the difference between Coca-Cola and Pepsi. And I've heard of people not being able to tell the difference between the two because I know I can't tell the difference between 7-Up and Sprite.
Yeah.
So I was like, they are kind of the same thing to me. Like, to me, it's the same thing.
Yeah.
So I was like, I wonder if you can tell the difference because you do drink like both. I've seen you drink Pepsi and Coke, right? Like we mentioned earlier. So I was like, I wonder if you can tell the difference or if it's just pop to you.
Yeah. Yeah, no, there's not much difference between the Coke and the Pepsi. That I had a little bit of trouble with. I think the Coke is a little bit flatter. And the Pepsi has more of like I don't know, it's
Is it bubbly?
Sweeter. It's got a little bit of sweetness to it.
Yeah.
But the President's Choice, totally different. Like even the first attempt, did I get the...
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
I was like, whoa, this must have a different taste to it.
Yeah, there is. There's a totally different taste. Yeah, I don't know what it is. Like, I mean, it's still decent. It's still good. But you could tell it's not Coke or Pepsi. Yeah.
See, last night, actually, I was Googling if there was a difference between the two because I had this whole idea, this whole scheme in my head, this whole experiment.
Okay.
And I'm like, oh, this is going to be really fun. So I Googled it and because I wanted to know, like, is there really a taste difference? And there is. Let me get my phone because I saved the website.
Man, she's going to be burping out here now. That's one thing though, like if you need to burp, like you ever have that feeling where you need to burp, Pepsi is the go-to.
Pepsi? No, I drink 7-Up.
Just Coke or pop in general. You know what's funny though? My mom met this guy from the States years ago, right? And she was saying how, like he came down to visit and hung out at our place for a little bit. And she's like, "Oh, you want a pop?" And he looked at her like, "What is a pop?" Like he had no idea what pop was. And then she's like, like a Pepsi, a Coke, like a pop. And he's like, "Soda? You mean soda?" My mom's like, "Yeah, same thing." What do you mean?
I think I call it both.
Yeah.
It just depends on who I'm talking to.
But yeah, I guess it's just a Canadian thing where we call it pop for some reason. I don't know why. Maybe there's other countries around the world that do too, but yeah, he had no idea what pop was.
Interesting.
Yeah. But yeah, so what's the difference?
Oh, wait, hold on. I don't think I actually ended up saving the website.
Didn't want me to find it?
Didn't want to take chances.
Yeah.
Okay, here. So the first one, Coke is often said to resemble raisins with a hint of vanilla.
What?
This is on WikiHow. Okay. So I need to know if you guys agree with these.
I don't know about all that, but sure.
Pepsi resembles citrus fruit. And didn't you say that it had like a fruit taste
it's
to
sweeter.
It?
Like it has a little like aftertaste of something. I don't know. It's different.
Okay, taste it again. Maybe you can taste the hint of vanilla.
You know what? Yeah. I can actually. Now that you say the flavor, I can actually feel or taste a little bit of vanilla.
Or is that a placebo effect? Now that I told you that there's vanilla in it,
it actually does. It does have like a lingering like aftertaste of that. Yeah, that is a lot sweeter.
Okay.
I don't know if it's citrus, but it is sweeter for sure.
The next one says, judge its intensity. So Coke apparently has a smoother taste. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, I do.
Pepsi has more of a sharper, strong attack.
Yeah.
Burst of flavor.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would agree.
The next one is judge its sweetness. So Coke actually has a little less amount of sugar to it, so it's slightly less sweet.
Yep.
Whereas Pepsi has more sugar to it. Is it? Let me check those calories right now. Hold up.
Yeah, no, it definitely does. It definitely does. That is one thing that I noticed right away.
26 grams of sugar in Pepsi.
Because,
Coke has 24. It's not that much of a difference. But it has to be, because if you can taste it, there is a difference.
Yeah. But see, I've never actually had one back to back. Like, never, right? I've either had a case of Pepsi or a case of Coke, or I was at someone's house who just had Pepsi, like.
And that's true. It's like some people just literally have Pepsi in their house, and others are like, no, we don't got Pepsi, we just have Coke.
Yeah. Yeah, we're a Pepsi household, or we're a Coke household. Like that's just what it is.
I feel like there's a war between them too, we just actually don't know. The next one says, feel the carbonation level. So it says that Coke is actually more carbonated compared to Pepsi. Pepsi should have a more of a flatter taste to it. What do you think?
Well, I mean, like I said earlier that the Coke felt kind of flat, but I didn't necessarily mean the carbonation side of it. Okay. I just meant like it was like just a flatter taste in a sense of like there's no like punch to it. Whereas Pepsi has that. Like it's a strong aftertaste of something.
There's an aftertaste with Pepsi?
Taste them.
I don't drink Coke or Pepsi. I am a 7-Up Sprite person. I had to say 7-Up first because you said I always say Sprite first. I didn't even notice that I say it. Like when I say 7-Up or Sprite, I mean both.
Yeah.
Because I cannot taste the difference. But can you I want you to smell them because the next one actually says smell its aroma. It says it has a smell to it.
Actually, they do smell a little bit different.
Do you smell the vanilla in Coke?
No, I don't smell the vanilla.
Oh.
But there is a slight difference in smell. Yes. The crazy thing is, though, that I got that one right away.
Yeah.
The President's Choice. Like right away, I knew it was different.
What did this one taste like?
I don't know. Did
it have vanilla? Did it have like a very sweet taste to it? Did it have a bitter taste? Because like you were very strong in your answers. Like you thought you had Coca-Cola, then you knew you had President's Choice, and then you said Pepsi, but it was actually Pepsi, then President's Choice, and then Coke.
What did I say? Don't remember.
I don't know. You got these two mixed up. We're gonna have to rewatch it.
Yeah,
but you got those two mixed up first.
Okay, but both attempts, I had this one right.
Yeah, you did both attempts. Yeah.
It's interesting. I knew I hadn't tasted that flavor before. I knew it right away. Like this does not, like my brain was firing in all cylinders. Like, nope, this is totally different. Never had this before. Yeah.
And it's funny because the reason why I want to do it right after you had like your coffee, because I wanted your taste buds to not be adjusted to pop, because you haven't had actually pop in a while.
No, it's been a little bit.
Yeah. So I was like, this is perfect.
Yeah.
Because I feel like if you did have Coca-Cola, let's say you chose to have Coke this week for like to have as a drink for supper or something, then you would know the difference. I feel like right away, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, it's very possible. Yeah. If I had a case of Coke and I just had one last night, I would have probably picked it up a lot easier. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. But yeah, so moving on. I just thought that was fun to do a little experiment game. Maybe we should do more experiments.
That was fun. And I've always wanted to kind of do that because I wanted to know if there actually is a difference. Because like everyone says, oh, there's no difference at all. It's dark soda is dark soda, light soda is light soda. There's no difference.
Well, I do agree with that because I don't taste the difference. So
yeah. And like when you go to a restaurant and they say, oh, I only have 7-Up. Yeah, whatever. You just
accept it.
Yeah.
So like if there was really and truly a difference, like a preference,
people would say no.
Yeah, you would say no.
Yeah.
Have you guys said no to say no, I don't like that one before?
Yeah.
Because I think my sister, she prefers, I think it's 7-Up. I can't remember.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't remember. But let us know which one you guys prefer. Are you a Coke family or a Pepsi family, or you just don't care? See, and it's crazy because when I think of football, I think of Pepsi.
Okay. Why is that?
Because Pepsi always sponsors.
Do they?
I'm pretty sure.
I don't know.
One of them is more of a sports type of thing.
Yeah, okay.
I'm pretty sure it's Pepsi.
Yeah.
You guys remember those old Pepsi commercials with celebrities? And then it was always Coca-Cola around Christmas with the polar bear.
Yeah, with Santa and
Do they
the
still
polar
make
bear.
those?
I don't know. I don't watch too much TV anymore, right? Like with actual commercials.
All right, so moving on from that, how was your guys' week? Did you guys do anything special? Monday was actually a holiday for us. Do you ever feel like when you have a day off during the week that it takes forever to get to that day? Like if you have the Monday or the Friday off, one of those is a holiday. It takes forever.
What do you mean?
If you have Monday off, I feel like the week just feels extra long. Like I feel like this week should have gone like that.
Those 4 days that you actually have to go in feel long?
Yeah.
I don't know. I never really paid attention, I guess. But I know like the opposite. Well, like the first thing you said, if you know that you're going to have the Friday off, the week kind of drags on because you're looking forward to that long weekend where you get actually Friday off. I think having the Monday off is different. It feels different because it's like an extended weekend rather than you're starting your weekend early. I think there's a different a different feeling psychologically?
Because I had Friday and that Monday off. And for the last 2 weeks, you guys, I felt like work was never coming to an end. Okay. Those were the longest 2 weeks of my life. I feel like working there. I was like, are we only Tuesday? No way. And then finally, when Monday came and then whatever, we had it off, I was like, are we only Wednesday? And I was thinking to myself, oh my God, like, how am I supposed to do another 2 days, 3 days of work?
Yeah.
But yeah, the Monday we had off, it was a civic holiday. All those who went to Carabana in Toronto, how was Carabana? You never went to Carabana, eh?
No.
One year I'm going to take you to Carabana.
Okay.
But yeah, so we had Monday off, which is civic holiday. Let us know if you guys had a Monday off as well, wherever you are in the world right now listening to.
What did you do on the Monday?
I went to Orange Theory Fitness. And I had a really great time there, actually. So I've been wanting to, because we talk about this a lot on the podcast, talking about our fitness journey and trying to get back into, better shape, good health. And
meanwhile, she's got me out here drinking pop at 9 o'clock in the morning.
There's no such thing as breakfast drinks. Okay, we psychologically created that ourselves.
Yeah. No,
okay,
you're
society
right.
told us you have to have orange juice, tea, or a coffee.
Yeah.
So yeah, we've put that on ourselves. Okay.
Yeah, there's no difference between drinking pop in the morning, drinking pop at night. It's probably actually worse at night.
Probably. But anyways, yeah, so I wanted to sign up for Orange Theory Fitness. I actually wanted just to sign up in general because I used to go to Good Life Fitness and I finally canceled it. And I canceled it because I realized that there's no way. I'm being logical, okay? There's no way for me at this point of my life where I'm going to go to the gym and do like a 2-hour workout right after I finish my shift.
Yeah,
There's
you got to be honest and just like look at reality.
Yeah.
Like the reality is you get home from work, you're tired. It's just not happening where you have to like come home, change, go to the gym, come back, shower, then and then where do you eat?
Yeah.
Like where do you eat and all that?
If you go to the gym before you go to work or if you go to the gym right after you finish work, where do you get this energy from? Because I am tired.
I mean, we used to go to the gym like before we went to school.
Well,
like
we
used to wake up at
around.
like 4 o'clock in the morning and go to the gym.
Yeah.
And then we'd go to school for like 8 or 8:30 or whatever it was.
But I feel like that's different. We're sitting around, we're sitting down, like at work, like you're moving around, you got to deal with people, you got to talk to people, you got to make sure you're doing everything
more
right.
stressful.
Yeah, definitely. You know, and I'm thinking logical and I'm also thinking about my money here. Okay. I'm thinking about my bank account. I don't want to have false hopes that I'm going to go to the gym right after work when we both know I'm lying to myself.
That's fair.
So, and also I didn't really enjoy going to the gym anymore. There was just something about it that I was like, I'm kind of over it. And I've heard of good things from Orange Theory Fitness. And I love the fact that it sounded like a CrossFit type of style gym. So I was like, hey, I really want to try it. So finally I worked up the courage and I got a free trial. It was only like a 1 day, 1 class free trial. And I tried it out and I absolutely loved it. I loved it. And I even tried to get this guy to go with me and he fought me so hard to come to the gym with me. He didn't come with me that morning on Monday.
Not that morning. No.
But when he picked me up, I told him, like, you have to try this gym. You have to try. I guarantee you're going to like the workouts. And you tried it. And what was your thoughts?
Well, okay. So that Monday, right? We woke up in the morning and night before, day before, like there was no talk about going to the gym. Like no talk about any of this. Right? So we woke up in the morning and then she called Orange Theory Fitness and she's like, oh, you want to come to this class with me? And she set up a time to go at like 10 o'clock in the morning. And I was like, I just woke up. Like, I needed time to prepare for this. Like, you can't just spring this on me. No, I'm not going. Like, I'll go another time maybe. Let me know how it is, and I'll maybe go next time. So, anyway, I didn't go that day.
I had to be the guinea pig.
Yes. So anyway, yes, she went and I drove her there, picked her up after she was done. And I remember you called me when I was in the car to find out where I was. I was like, oh, I'm parked behind the Mazda out in the parking lot, thinking you were just going to come outside because you just couldn't see me or something. Mm-hmm. Nope. She's like, come inside. I'm like, oh my, what do you want me to come inside for? Like, I just woke up a little while ago. I didn't do anything yet, never showered, never actually got ready. My hair's a mess. I'm looking scruffy. I got sweatpants on that aren't like the nicest to go out with. They're like my home sweatpants. I got this baggy sweater on. Like, I just look like a mess.
Okay.
And then you got me to come inside.
But do you regret coming inside? That's a thing.
No. So
all right, then. Haven't scared you wrong.
No.
All right.
So anyway, we signed up for a Wednesday class, and I went to the Wednesday class. They gave you another free trial, which was nice, right? So you went on the Monday for free, and then we both went again on the Wednesday for free. Mm-hmm. So anyway, it was actually a lot of fun.
It was.
I actually really enjoyed it.
Yeah, and I loved it because it was almost like you had your own personal trainer telling you what to do.
Sort of, like,
and it was different.
It's a class, so there's like lots of people there, but you still have a trainer like on a microphone, on the speakers, telling you, okay, now you're gonna be starting this set, and then she's does a little bit of like motivation in between and like telling you to keep going and you're doing great and all this. It was a good vibe.
It was. And I love the fact that one thing that separated them from the other gyms and other classes was they gave you like that heart monitor and it would monitor obviously your heart and like other things. And, you know, it tells you like how much, I think of a percentage you were using of your heart rate. Like we didn't quite understand it, but I know at one point I was using over 100%.
Over?
Like I saw 101%.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, wow.
The first time I did it by myself without you, I saw 101%, and I was in that zone for like 3 minutes. Wow. And I remember running. I was running on the treadmill, you guys. So I was running on the treadmill, and I kept feeling like this burning sensation in my chest, and I didn't know why, but it's not like the first time that's happened to me. Like it happens to me whenever I work out. Okay, so now I understand why. Well, I somewhat kind of understand why.
Yeah. Okay.
And I was told that I wasn't supposed to actually be there for a long period of time. Yeah. And then she said, as long as you don't feel like a burning sensation or like a pain. I was like, oh shoot.
Well, I did. Yeah. But no, after the class I did, everyone left and she kind of pulled me aside and explained what the chart meant. So like you have your gray, you have green, blue, orange, and red. So it's Orange Theory Fitness, right? That's what it's called. And this is what she was saying. For most people, you want to spend as much time in the orange as possible.
Oh, that would make sense.
Yes.
Orange Theory Fitness.
Because that is where you're going to burn the most calories and the most fat, right? And that is what most people are looking to do. That sign up there anyway is what she was saying. But personally, me, I spent most time in the blue. And then my second largest was the orange. And she was saying that's still great. Like that's still very good. That's where you want to be because it doesn't look like you're super out of shape. Like you don't have excess weight on you that you need to burn.
Here's the thing I don't understand about you. This man hasn't worked out in years, okay? Years. And he was going in on these workouts. And I'm just looking at him like, how? But I bet you felt it after. I know you did because you've been wobbling around here.
Man, my legs are still actually sore. Like it's Sunday now and my legs still, like I still feel it. I can walk properly today, somewhat. But I feel like I'm like 90% back to normal. Yeah. And today's Sunday. We went on Wednesday.
Yeah. I am proud of you for going though. Because I really had to do some convincing to get him inside of this gym. And we loved it. We loved our experience. Yeah. And if you haven't tried Orange Theory Fitness, not sponsored, you have to try it because I feel like it was the type of vibe and the type of energy I needed that separates them from the other gyms, you know. Like I love the direction and I love them telling me like, okay, now do 4 sets of squats or whatever. I feel
like it was just a good vibe altogether. Like you walk in to like the actual gym area and it's like dim with like orange light. Yeah. Like I don't know, the whole vibe of everything was just, it was different. Like it really stood out from every other gym I've been to. Yeah. Every other gym is just basic dull. Like you just walk in, it's just bright and there's just equipment everywhere and you have no guidance. You just have to find your own way around. Yeah. Like,
and because I'm like out of shape and everything, I just feel like Orange Theory Fitness would have been a very good start. I think definitely if someone they're not comfortable going to the gym by themselves, I think Orange Theory Fitness is a really great spot to start. But my only concern was the price.
It is a little bit expensive.
Yeah.
It is a little bit. Like I get it.
Me too.
They have personal trainers. I understand that. And you do have to pay a little bit more for that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it can get a little bit expensive. I think like you pay per like a monthly pass, right? And there's different levels. You can go 4 times a month for, I think, well, here in Ontario in Canada, it's $90 a month. And then you step up, you can go to like 8 classes. It's what, 100 and
I don't remember.
Yeah, anyway. But you can do an unlimited plan and you can go, like they have classes all day long. You can go to as many classes as you want for, I think it was $200.
Yeah.
Right?
Roughly.
Yeah. And you get the heart rate monitor for free. Right?
That was just their special that they had.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Either way. Yeah. Like I know she was saying the one guy that was in the class you went into, he had the unlimited pass and he's there like twice a day. Right, he'll go in the morning and at night. I can definitely see myself
going twice a day, but it wasn't just the price that was turning us off. It was also the fact that they didn't have enough classes. I think that couldn't work around our work schedule.
Yeah, the times don't line up. Like maybe because the one we went to is newer, so maybe there's one around the city that has later classes. I don't know. We didn't look into that.
Yeah, yeah, that's true.
The one we went to, the earliest class is 5:30. Right, like I personally work at 7:30. I got to be at work for 7:30. So that means I have to leave our area by 7. So the class finishes at 6:30. I would literally need to shower there and like very quickly shower there, get ready, and then drive to work.
I hate straight showering from there. At the gym. So I already know that's not going to work out.
Yeah. And then after, like I'm supposed to finish at 5:30. A lot of time I finish at 6. The class starts at 7. That's the latest class that they have. Yeah. So like,
and we know it's not going to work because I finished work at like, I think it was, I didn't get home until 6:30 and then I had to meet you there for 7 and we were rushing.
Yep.
I actually technically finished work at 5:30, but I didn't get out on time. So like, yeah, I was rushing and I knew I still wanted to go because there was a cancellation fee. Yeah. And I wasn't paying no cancellation fee.
A cancellation fee for a free class.
Yeah. So yeah, no, it just wasn't gonna work for me.
Yeah. But yeah, no, like if they end up extending their hours, maybe. Still a little bit expensive.
But the thing is, my other option was to get a Peloton bike. That was my other option. And to be honest, I'm just trying to be more realistic and try to have more of a successful workout journey. And I don't want to set myself up for failure and waste money. So I actually think that the Peloton might be a better fit for me just because I can come home and I can work out on the bike.
Yeah, you do it on your schedule.
And I don't have to shout at the gym.
Yeah. You do it on your schedule. You don't have to waste time coming home, changing, going to the gym, coming back home. Like there's no like traveling in between. You just come home and it's already here. And one thing that I do like about the Peloton that you were telling me is it's more than just the bike. Yeah. Right. You have the app. They have like boxing classes. They have a bunch of different things. Like I would really be interested in the boxing.
We went to Fitness Depot and they had a Peloton bike there. And I was like, what is the difference? And I told him like, I want to get a bike and I want to start biking at home, or I want to have some type of cardio equipment at home. And he was saying, oh, just don't worry about getting a Peloton bike. Just get like a cheaper bike and get the app. And I was like, yeah, that can work too. But I'm like, but people have to be obsessed with the Peloton bike for a reason. You know, like, what is it about the Peloton that people are willing to put this money out? And he was like, honestly, they're all the same. And I was like, okay, whatever. He wasn't really much help, but I want to know if you guys have a Peloton bike and if you have taken a spinning class, do you feel like there's actually a difference in the quality of the bike, or if you should just do what he kind of said, you know, get a bike and just get the app?
Do you think he was trying to just sell you one of their bikes? Because you mentioned that he said he couldn't actually sell you the Peloton bike.
Yeah, because it was commercial.
Yeah. So he maybe got commission on a different brand bike that they were selling.
Yeah.
Do you think that's maybe why?
I don't know.
It's very possible. And that's why he didn't want you to actually buy the Peloton. He's like, oh, well, just buy this one and then get the app. And like, I get that. You could get a bike for probably cheaper than the Peloton bike. I get that. But
I feel like that goes for everything though. Like even knockoff brands, right? Like Coke. And the President's Choice, yeah, right? Like one can always be cheaper than the other. So what makes people go back to that certain brand? What makes people want a certain brand compared to the others?
Yeah.
Right? Like you can probably, let's just say you see a Michael Kors bag and let's say you go to Aldo. They have the exact same style bag, but one's Michael Kors, the other one's Aldo. For example, why are people like, okay, I'm going to put out this $200 to buy the Michael Kors bag compared to Aldo? What is it about people, or what is it about the brand that makes people want to go towards and put their money and buy the more expensive one or buy the less expensive one? Is it the way the brand makes you feel?
I think it's a little bit of marketing for sure, right? They've convinced us that one is better than the other. And if you spend less, you're not going to get the same quality. They've convinced us of that, which sometimes it is true. Sometimes you do get what you pay for. That is very true.
My mom always says that.
Sometimes that is very true.
Listen, I gotta tell this story, okay? When I first moved into my first apartment, my dad bought me my very first coffee machine. I had high hopes on my gift being a Keurig. Like that's what I want. I had in my head, oh, I'm gonna be one of those cute college students that's gonna have a Keurig in their apartment. And then he went to Walmart and he bought me this $10 coffee machine. Okay, it worked fabulously, no problem. And then it broke. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is why I wanted.
But how did it break?
Because I added hot chocolate powder to it, and then it clogged
the filter.
It clogged the filter, but it never worked after that. Even after I changed the filter, it never worked. I'm like, see, this is what you get. You get what you pay for.
Or did you just break it? Because it worked perfectly fine before that.
I've heard that there's hot chocolate pods that you can put inside the Keurig. So I thought, well yeah, but that's it's different. A filter.
It didn't have to run through the filter. So those pods, I didn't know back then. Those pods for the Keurig, it's just literally powder inside that cup. There's no actual filter inside of that one, right? So it just runs hot water through the cup and then just drips right out the hole because it needs a bigger hole to come out of it. It can't
I didn't know. Okay, I didn't know. And I just thought it's water. It's going to push everything through. It's hot water.
Yeah.
So I thought it would be perfectly fine. Point is that it broke. Never worked after that. Something inside of it broke.
And then my aunt bought us a Keurig.
Yeah. And I was so happy after that.
Yeah.
But what was it about the Keurig that I already had my high hopes on?
I don't know. It was the thing at that time. Keurig was still kind of new. It was like the up and coming, like
adulthood.
Like at home coffee maker that you don't need to buy the filters, pour the coffee grains, and like drip it into the thing. Like that was like your standard coffee maker back then. And then Keurig was this like new thing where you buy pods, you could buy all different flavors. Like it was kind of cool, actually. It was a cool little era.
It is.
I don't even know if people are still using Keurigs.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. We haven't in a while.
No, we just have a French press.
Yeah.
That's kind of like what we do, and we grind our own coffee.
Fresh ground coffee. I grind about a week's worth and then just put it in the French press and have some fresh coffee every morning.
Yeah. Are you willing to put out money for quality?
Yeah. Sometimes I do care, but sometimes I don't. And it really depends on what I'm potentially buying.
All right. So that is it for this Thing of Ours podcast. I hope you guys enjoyed this little segment and our experiment today. Let us know if you want to see more experiments on this podcast. You guys know I love games. I love doing things that are a little bit extra sometimes.
Yeah, no, it was fun. It was a good experience because, like I said earlier, I've always wanted to actually test them out, and I just never have, because why would I buy two different brands at the same time?
Do you think you'd be able to tell the difference between water bottles?
Oh, I don't know. I don't drink enough water bottles. I don't. I don't. So
okay, what brand of water do you normally drink? Like, give me two. Do you drink Naya?
Whatever one you buy, the Eska.
I randomly buy that one. I just recently started that this year.
ESKA.
Yeah.
I think that's how you spell it.
Can you tell the difference between a water bottle and a tap water?
I don't know. Probably.
Can you guys tell the difference? I know I can't. To me, water tastes like water. But that's not true, actually. There are some waters that I feel like have a little bit more like, is it salty taste?
I find the Dasani water is very different. You know which one that one is?
Yeah, I know what that one is.
I feel like that one has a very distinct taste.
What is it, bad or good?
I don't know. It's just different. I know that one, I think I'd be able to tell out of a lineup.
All right. So maybe that will be our next one. Can Kurtis tell the difference between water?
Yeah.
Where the water supply comes from. All right, so that is it for this Thing of Ours podcast. And thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe, like this video. You can share this video if you want to. And if you are on Apple or Spotify podcasts, rate us on there. Leave us a comment. Answer some of our social cue questions. Because we always leave a question at the end of our podcasts. If you scroll down a little bit on Spotify, there's a little survey that you can take on there as well. Maybe we can start leaving them here on our community tab.
Yeah, we could.
Yeah, so that way more people can participate in it. So if you're interested in that, come along. It's always anonymous. Yes. So thanks for tuning in to this Sunday's podcast, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.